It's Dr. Warren here with Trish and Trish Tebow. If you're looking in the Baltimore County, city, do you do city too?
You bet.
O'Connor, Mooney, and Fitzgerald. She's a real estate agent here. She's awesome. So I digress into her being a great real estate agent, but I want to talk a little bit more about her case coming in today. She came in, I think, over a week ago, so it's coming up on 2 weeks, with pretty severe muscle spasms in her low back. She's had a family history of low back pain. She's had a history herself of low back pain, and we've helped her out in the past, and it came back recently, and we sat down a little bit and talked a little bit more about goal setting and planning, about how to really take care of this, what's going on, and what's the significance of a PT program that pushes her not only just to get out of pain and get a little stronger, but to really to step it up into that functional range where she's getting full range of motion with stability and strength and endurance, so that she can go and drive from point A to point A to B, get out and do her thing, and then get home and still have no discomfort at all. So that's where she is right now. She's in the first stage of her program, where she's focused on pain relief and then stability and range of motion. So we're looking at kind of those first two pillars of the function of those joints and muscles, is being able to get to that space or end range to the tissue, and then do it with stability, with support. So that's where we are right now. And yeah, how are you doing so far over the last week and a half?
Definitely better. Sitting in the car still is a little bit uncomfortable, but once I get up and move around, it's almost pain-free.
Okay, great.
A little bit of spasming at night, but not near as bad as it was, say, 2 weeks ago.
Okay, great. I'm glad to hear that you've got that improvement. How do you like dry needling? What does that do for you?
I don't know how it works, but it works. I definitely felt relief within 2 sessions of the spasming with the dry needling.
Okay, good.
Combined with the exercises and manipulation.
Sure. So she brings up a great point with therapy here in this office, and I think it really helps people out. And we talk about finding synergy within different treatment modalities in our office, or just in conservative health, right? How do we support the body to heal itself as much as possible? Dry needling is a really effective way to help with pain. There's good evidence it helps with mobility, and anytime you help with pain, you help with mobility. And then there's some effects in terms of driving healing. So it starts this process of promoting health or healing to tissue, right? Just like if you were to scratch yourself, your body heals itself. We're talking about more of a more chronic condition, but the same type of approach, right? We're trying to promote that healing. PT and the exercises help build up stability, help improve the movement of the joints, movement of the tissue, and working out has widespread effects in a lot of different areas, and there's tons of good research for exercise. But if you're hurting, you don't want to work out. So when we combine the dry needling and then the manual work with our hands, getting her moving better, doing soft tissue work, adjusting her accordingly to where she's stiff and tight, and doing it in an effective manner where she's not uncomfortable and she can relax, right? And that takes hard work and practice and skill, and I'm really grateful Dr. Jeff has taught me as much as he's taught me. Then we start to make things happen, right? That's really effective care. So I'm really liking where we're going so far, and I wanted to bring you in on our case and really introduce you to her too, because she's teaching me a great deal about real estate. That's why I'm getting ready to buy my first house.
There you go.
Let's go.
There you go. So, first-time home buyers drive the market. No question.
Yeah, and businesses like this, like my father's, support me to do that. So I'm really grateful to even be in a position to talk about that, and the schools that provided me the education to be in a position. So I can't not
Go
say
Tigers.
that. Yeah, Towson Tigers. Let's go. Yeah, you're alone.
Tiger, absolutely.
Let's go, girl.
Go.
Come on. High five. Love it. Hopkins beat Towson this past weekend in lacrosse, and I had a young man come in today. He's a Hopkins committed player. He plays at my rival high school.
Oh,
I'm like, oh man, I don't even know if I can see you. I'm sorry.
You guys have to go to my brother.
Yeah, you're gonna have to see my brother and my dad. It's just out of default. This is better for you. So this is where I do a little soft tissue work on her low back. I'm going to work on the muscles in her low back, and then this is a great form of soft tissue work because it incorporates movement, and that's just, I think, way more effective than just passive soft tissue work for this type of problem, not for all problems. There's nothing wrong with massage. You should, if you're wondering if it can help you, most likely it's going to help in some manner or form if you have a good relationship with someone that does great soft tissue work. Whether it's just even for just the effect of relaxing and taking an hour for yourself a month, it's really healthy habit to start if you haven't already, or if your loved one hasn't or is not willing to, maybe just get it for them. Just get it for them because it'll help. All right, sit up nice and tall for me. Good. And let me see you bend to your right. Good. And bend to your left, easy. Reach your right arm up. Good. So my question for our audience is, have you tried any form of soft tissue work or massage work, or what I'm doing is called active release? That's where I learned a lot of these techniques. Have you tried these type of things? And if so, how have they helped you or how have they not helped you? And if you want to see more videos where I do this, where do you want me to see them? What part of the body would you like to see this type of work in? Comment below. I'd be happy to share it with you. If you're looking for Trish Tebow's contact information, O'Connor, Mooney, and Fitzgerald at the Baltimore group. I know the O'Connors pretty well too. They're Loyola people.
They are.
And he's a great guy.
As is Tommy Mooney.
Tommy Mooney's who I know, maybe.
Yeah.
That's who. Does he have a couple daughters?
He does.
Yeah, that's who I know, is Mr. Mooney.
Yeah. Kingsley and Garland.
That's right. Yeah. We know them last pass here. So if you want to come look at what I'm doing, Liam, if you can get a better angle, come on over here and let's just, if you don't mind, Trish.
No.
So I'm just going to show you that I'm going to put pressure on that QL muscle. I let her laterally flex over into my thumb, and then from that pressure, I sink in as she laterally flexes over the lumbar spine. She reaches up with her hand, and go over your head for me there. That pulls the lat, which pulls on the thoracolumbar fascia, and then I run up the course of that tissue and go into the retrospinal group. I'm working.
Amazing.
It feels good?
Yes.
Awesome. That's a plus, especially if she's feeling better afterwards. Come on over here, Liam. I'm gonna just kind of block your view if I don't. So we're gonna work the other side, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and bend. Good. So if you're a chiropractic student out there and you're like, how do I get good at soft tissue work? One, diligent practice, but also you can start rock climbing. I could help. That's what I do.
Rock climbing.
I climb some rocks.
How does that?
Just grip strength.
Ah.
So in order for me to have pressure on all my fingers here, and then also to be able to push my thenar eminence into that tissue, and then have on top of that a little bit more pressure on the tip of my thumb. So all that is happening, even though you just feel it feels good to you, right? But what I'm doing, it takes a little bit more focused effort to make it feel like that good. Now, I'll be the first to tell you that what I'm doing is not rocket science, but more people should definitely get it. Or receive this type of treatment when it comes to their care. Good. Reach out, good. Easy, bend to your right, good. And the skill that comes with it is just hard work and diligence and practice and really listening to people like Trish, because they'll guide you in your treatment of patients more than you think you can guide yourself. Reach. All right. Good. So there's an adjustment for the thoracic lumbar junction that I like to do, especially for Trish. So Trish, scoot back for me. And bring your elbows together and press your hands on your cheeks nice and easy. I'm going to roll you forward, and then from that position, I'm going to let your arms just drop into my hands. I got you, loose. Good. Oh, wow. There we go. So it's a lot of compression. It's focused, and it's over a specific area, and it's very gentle, okay?
Very gentle.
Relatively speaking, right? The result's a little bit of kind of a surprise, but it's not it's not hurting you.
No.
Go ahead and stand up for me. Thanks, Trish. And then I'm just going to bring this up. I'm just going to drop your hips. So there's a lot of chiropractic techniques out there. Someone asked me today, is dry needling chiropractic? Well, deep question. It depends on the state, to be honest with you, whether you can practice dry needling as a chiropractor, but it's a modality out there that you can learn a specific skill. There's no profession that holds on to the title as the dry needling profession. Just like there's no profession that holds on to the manipulation of profession. You just find chiropractors primarily manipulate when it comes to treatment, right? Because it's effective. And that's kind of where the sources of our history come from when it comes to treating pain and problems in the spine and creating balance. So if I were to say that as a chiropractor, is it a dry needling thing? Or I would say yes, but it depends on if the chiropractor's trained in it, right? Now, this is a chiropractic technique that goes back pretty far, and it's using a drop piece to create movement quickly over an area like her SI joint that I'm working on now. Towson drop is the kind of the original, I guess you'd call it the OG of drop work. But there's a ton of different ways to do it. Alright, let your arms relax for me, Trish. Breathe in. Exhale, easy. Good. And relax your shoulders. Good. A little pressure, a little release right here. Let the shoulder blade here drop. Good. I'm just waiting for her to let go to adjust. Trish, you're all finished. How do you feel?
I feel great. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you doing the video with us. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, just post below. Thanks.
You bet.
Please.